Welcome to the Psychic Soul Healer channel. I'm going to do a general message for Taurus. Now, know that energies are fluid, so roles could be reversed. You may have to flip it, switch it, twist it. Just interpret the message as it best resonates for you. Okay, anything that's of any relevance or importance that you want to know about the channel, you can find in the description box. Okay, now I always look at the spiritual energy first. You guys that have come to watch my channel know this already, but I always feel the need to say that first. So we're going to look at the spiritual energy and then actually look at the situation that's unfolding and what may happen. Okay, look at this. 3 cards pulled out, and if you know me, you also know that I never believe that there's any mistakes. So if 3 cards came out, 3 cards are what I'm going to pull. And the 3 cards out are victim, fantasizing, and naturalist. Okay, Taurus. So I believe that someone, again, whether this is you or your person, is I believe that both of you are mirroring energy. However, the reasons are different. So you're feeling a victim because you're stuck to a person that's actually stuck in a victim mode. And instead of them really work on the relationship and really nurture the relationship that they have with you, they're like stuck in their problems, stuck. I don't know if there's a third party here. I don't know whether or not they just, again, are going through a dark night of the soul. But they're in a victim consciousness, like almost where they feel like they can't do anything to help their own life, and they're fantasizing like they are connected to you in the 3D. There is a soul's connection, but they're not really being realistic in what they feel like they need to do for this relationship, because again, this relationship feels very natural to them. You feel like home to them. So we're dealing with a soulmate twin flame relationship where your person is not really putting in any energy. Again, and partially it's not just because of whatever their situation is. I feel like their trauma. They tend to let the other person do all the work. I don't know why that is. I don't know, again, whether there's someone else there. We will look. But I feel like even if there wasn't a person there, their personality is to sit back and let other people do all the work because they're not good emotionally. They have this connection with you because they feel like, again, you feel it feels very natural. You feel like home, and it's because there's a soul's connection, which allows them to stay in this realm of fantasizing and really allows them to stay stuck in a victim state. I don't know what's happened here. I don't know the situation. Let's look. Actually, I have a bunch of different decks here, and I do want to pull from that deck, but I want to pull from, I have 2 different decks. Are they mixed up? Of course they are. Okay, let's see. Let's see. I don't know, I'm being called to use this deck, so I have 2 different decks, like I said, in this deck. So, all right, let's look. Let's look and see what's happening. How they feel, or what is the situation at hand? What's going on with your person that, again, chooses to stay victimized and in fantasy land instead of actually doing something to build on the already natural connection, this natural spiritual bond. I miss you. Okay, so that's again, I believe that your person never really cared before, and I think that again, they are realizing the depth of this connection. I wish I could take it back. I believe that your person like pushed you away a lot. So again, they had to stay in this victim role. They had to stay in this victim role. So in order for them to stay in the victim role, they would have to push you away, right? So they inevitably sabotage this relationship. Whoops. Cards down. Mess. Okay. Please be patient with me. You are always on my mind. Again, soulmate, twin flame relationship. So again, I just don't think that your person, they knew that they cared, but they didn't really think that they were going to miss this relationship. Remember, they could stay in a loveless connection or stay in a victim role where people again are manipulating their energy. They're not living their life. I mean, I don't see a third party, but in order for them to not live their life, someone has to be controlling their life. So they were able to live from this ego perception, like in their everyday life, but their wishes and their desires and the life that they want to live, they're fantasizing. So they're not really present. So somebody else is really utilizing their energy. It's like it's just a no-brainer because they're not. Please don't give up on me. So again, your person is like, there's a lot of, oh, like they know that time is running out. They know that like it's a long time already of them living like this, that there's a sense like almost like they know you're giving up on them. And as you detach, now they're having anxiety. I believe for a long time they gave you anxiety by the fact that they sat on the fence, that they didn't do anything. Again, their ploy was to get you to chase after them, which I believe that they took bad advice from someone. Again, possibly the person that's controlling their life. And so which they were hoping, the person that's connected to them was hoping that you would take the action so that eventually your person would just get bored with you. But being that you didn't, your person has stayed fantasizing, thinking about you morning, noon, and night, morning, noon, and night. They can feel that. So the person that's connected to your person, that your person is not giving anything to, they're not giving anything to, is staying victimized. So your person is staying victimized because they're attached to someone that they don't really want to be with. It's a loveless marriage, or a loveless connection, held together by shame, guilt, victimization, lower energies. But that doesn't mean that there is not a spiritual connection here. There is a spiritual connection between you and this person. However, they're attracted to somebody else that knows that this relationship is like kind of like that. They know that your person doesn't have feelings for them. They don't care. The relationship is held together through outside things, through material things, but it's being manipulated through guilt and shame, victimization, almost as if your person should love this person regardless of whether your person's not allowed to have their own feelings and opinions anymore. It's almost like your person's a shell of who they are, but they feel you detaching from them, and there's a lot of anxiety. So really, whatever the person that's connected to your person was trying to do, it's actually backfiring on them. I act like I don't care when deep down inside, I really do. I believe again that your person doesn't do anything to come towards you. Doesn't for a long time, they were very heavily manipulated through this person. Like I said, there's no love here. So it's either a relationship that was once or a relationship that's held together through material things, through outside things. So there could be children involved, there could be, a business involved, there could be money involved. It's almost like they're running a business together. And in the fact that they're running a business together, like if your person was to walk away, they would lose half their business. If they have children together, they know that this person would be spiteful. Whatever like this person would do to leave this connection that they're in, this loveless connection that they're in, there's going to be huge consequences, which is why your person stays in a victim state consciousness. But in this story, everyone's staying in the victim state consciousness, if you really want to know, because they're staying in the victim state consciousness because they're saying, I can't leave. I'm stuck to this person because whatever I do, they're going to try and destroy my life. The person that's connected to them, that doesn't want them to move on, that doesn't want to leave this connection, stays in a victim consciousness because they're saying, well, I can't really have love because this person doesn't love me, but I want to keep the material possessions, which material possessions are not the same thing as love. Or I want to keep my family together. That is a love, but it's not the right reason to stay in a connection, because you're teaching your children that, again, that there's no such thing as unconditional love. After a while, there's a relationship is based on bitter and anger and again, and outside things like guilt and shame and possessions and outside worldly things, which take us further away from our spirit and our soul. So again, your person has had to live like in this place where they're sleepwalking because they're not living from their truth. They're living from somebody else's truth. I was triggered by the kids behave and blame you for it. So I believe that, again, like this is for some specific. So if you have children, maybe your children didn't like the way that your person was treating you, and so your person got triggered by the children because, like I said, they weren't giving you 100%. I think that's for a specific, view. That's not going to be for everyone. Forgotten. I felt invisible and forgotten by you as if I didn't exist. I feel like this is you. Because your person chooses to live in a connection where there is no like love, it's again held together through outside things. They're being manipulated, but in order for them to be manipulated, it means that they're continuously giving to this person and they're not giving anything to you. So it keeps you in a place of abandonment. It keeps you in a place of lack. It keeps you stuck. So that's how it's bad for you. For your person, it's bad because they're not living their true self. And for the person that, again, is the one that would be benefiting, they're, again, just cementing in place that they're not lovable and this is the best that they can do. They'll settle for the runner-up prize, which is, I'll settle for being rich and having it look like I'm loved. And because of all the beautiful material things that I have purchased, and again, how people perceive me through the money and my wealth, our money and our wealth, and we'll look like we have it all. It's again living mainly from an ego state, which is what happens if you're living in a loveless relationship. So I want to see what their hidden truths are and what they will hopefully do or what they won't do. Let's see. You and I were too young. I don't really believe that you and that person were too young. I believe that your energy, your love was a very pure one. It was built on the spiritual connection, which it kind of feels like a young energy because there's no expectation, there's no ownership, there's no love, but your person justifies why they stay in this type of connection. I replay our conversations over and over, yeah, because they're kind of haunted by what they should have done, what they could have done. That even if they decided to stay in this connection, they could have remained friends with you. They could have, there's still a sense of them wanting to still have some sort of relationship with you, but they didn't treat you right. So they actually screwed themselves out of having anything at all with you ever. And so they're stuck in this place of remorse. I remember every detail of that day. I believe that though this relationship, I don't really feel like ever got off the ground. Like you guys had a moment, a day, maybe met at a special place, and your person, because again, your connection with this person is really a soulmate twin flame relationship. There is really a deep, or I should say, deep soul bond here. Whether it's a soulmate twin flame, it's a deep soul spiritual connection that both of you guys have tried to walk away from and can't walk away from. There's still like parts of both of you that are still holding on, that your person remembers, again, every detail of the day that you guys hung around, and it keeps them in a place of what it could have been, just like replaying conversations in their head is of what could have been, because there's remorse there. Your person still has feelings, even though they haven't shown them. They suppress their feelings because there would be consequences. You were the best thing in my life. Yeah, because you were there with unconditional love. You were real. I believe that your person has to act like they're phony all the time. They do live phony all the time. So, of course, you're going to feel like the best thing that's ever happened to this person because they could be real, because they have feelings, true feelings for you, because they, like, and they're pure. It's just that it is. You both try to walk away. You can't. There's that unconditional love, that soul bond, that tie, that past life connection. Jealous and possessive. Yeah, the person that's with him is very jealous and possessive. Okay, so they know this, and they also know that if they would come towards you, that the person that they're connected to would be right behind them and do a lot of things to try and sabotage this connection, would sabotage this connection. That's a big turnoff. I believe that it's a big turnoff to you. I believe that the fact that your person is always thinking about someone else, and not that that the third, you would be the third party, but the person that's connected to them, again, who they're with, that has all the power, they think that it's a turn off. They're continuously turned off by the person that they want to be with, the person that's always thinking about you. And I think that you think it's a turn off that your person is stuck in a relationship with someone that they don't want to be with, because it ruined the illusion of who you thought that they were. Again, no one wants to see their man or woman like weak with how they feel about no one wants that. No one wants to be connected to someone that's like, oh, I don't really want to be with you, or they don't really show that they have feelings. It's, again, and if your person's continuously daydreaming about you, it's going to be a turnoff. But I feel like your person does, the person that's connected to your person actually throws a temper tantrum and tries to scare your person into believing that they're leaving, and that it's just a ploy to see where they're going, what they're doing, because I don't believe that the person that's connected to your person knows who the Taurus is. They just know that there's a person because their person is checked out on an emotional level. It doesn't want to do anything. Is a victim, feels like, again, the energy is heavy. They're fantasizing all the time because they're thinking of you morning, noon, and night. So of course it's a turn off to the person that they're connected to, because they're getting more and more and more jealous. They're getting more and more angry. I left when I saw you with someone else. I fully feel this is you, Taurus. That like the moment that you knew that your person was connected to someone else or was with someone else, maybe they were supposed to get a divorce and didn't get a divorce or didn't leave, you were like, peace out, I'm out. I'm not. And I believe that as soon as you did that, your person was shocked, because here they are with someone that does everything to manipulate their environment into keeping them stuck. And you were like, bye. Most people manipulate them and fight them and chase them and persuade them. And you didn't do this. But there was unconditional love between you two. So your person is experiencing a whole other level of love, because it's not that the narcissistic connection that they were in isn't love. It was just not a healthy love. It was a toxic connection based on control and lower energies. But from the level of consciousness that person that they're connected to is at, they believe that that's love. They are feeling they're not just feeling, they're seeing the difference between the love that they have with you and the love that they have with this karmic. The love that they have for you, they see that there's ebbs and flows, that even though you get mad at them and they get mad at you and you're bringing out all your triggers, there's still love there. There's still a want and a desire to be together. Or they feel on your part that there is. They know on their part that there is, but they feel it because they can feel you still. And because they can still feel you, there's a sense that, you know, that this could be repaired. However, they don't repair it. And they haven't given anything to this connection. I never knew the meaning of true love until you came into my life. And that's what this energy keeps saying. It's like your person was living on a lower vibration. It's again, they're used of like a very immature type of love, and a love that's more toxic. This is not that. This is a soulmate relationship. This relationship is a soulmate relationship. And so that it is, we're going to pull 2 cards and we're going to end it to just see. I don't want to make the video too long. Okay. I'm sorry, I betrayed your trust. I turned my back on you when you needed me the most. So I believe again in them stagnating who they are. They again because again they felt that this connection that they have is like no other. So they almost felt like, you'll understand. I'll just have to explain to you. But they also procrastinated a lot. They also didn't play this right. They also were coming at they were on the same consciousness as the person that they were connected to at one point. Remember, a lower vibration. They were very easily manipulated. So in not knowing what to do, they have been conditioned through being around this person to do what they've always done, which is, you know, do for them. And they do it, get what they want through a lot of manipulation, which is guilt, betrayal, you know, gaslighting, just utilizing all your person's time. But your person has lost their identity. They don't have a life of their own anymore. And so really, I don't think that they would have ever really noticed about their life because they, have a lot of money. They have a lot of material things. They were able to hide, their emotions or be fulfilled through, going places and buying things for themselves and, doing nice things for the family. However, they don't want to be with the person that they're connected to. But again, they've been manipulated, so they've had to like lie and betray, and they realize they've hurt this connection. And they hurt this connection because they only thought about themselves. They didn't never really even thought about what you were going through, how their behavior was affecting you. They weren't looking at that at all. Almost like they didn't need to do anything for this relationship. They didn't need to repair this relationship. They didn't need to defend this relationship. And in that, I feel like they destroyed the relationship. They sabotaged the relationship, and now they're feeling it. I don't know if I can live up to your image of me. I'm afraid that I won't be good enough for you. Well, obviously, that's probably why they did it. That's probably why they betrayed it, because they know on some level they can't live up to your expectation as long as they're connected to this person. So they know that they have to make a choice, and I feel like they're avoiding making a choice. I'm living the consequences of my bad choices. I lost you, and now I'm desperate to get you back. And we're going to leave it right there because that's exactly what I felt. I felt that they let someone else manipulate them, Taurus. They don't love this person, but they've been manipulated and gaslighted for so long, it's almost like second nature. They never thought that they were building any type of feelings. They don't have feelings. They're detached from their feelings. They actually caught feelings because unconditional love will heal anything. It's considered the universal panacea, which is a magic pill, right? There is no magic pill, but unconditional love is considered a magic pill. It will heal mostly anything. It transcends all time and space. And that's what's happening. It's awakened this fact that your person is connected to someone else living a phony baloney life. And they tried to make you live that life because they weren't stepping up. They listened to like bad advice. They don't want to be in a relationship with this person. However, they've listened to bad advice. They don't get love from this person. However, this person wants love from them. But there's been so much betrayal between your person and the person that they're with. And the person that they're with has dummied down so much that your person doesn't find them attractive anymore, doesn't love them anymore. And there's a lot of resentment and manipulation because there's kids and obligations that are holding this relationship together. And your person played the role of doing the martyr thing because it looked better for a long time. So they're avoiding making a decision. And in the fact that they avoided making a decision, they're living the consequences of their choices. And they are going to eventually not stay in this relationship because it'll eventually just fall apart. Your person is going to keep cheating until somebody that they wind up cheating with fights this person that they're with or does something, again, to make it easy for this person to leave. Not saying that that relationship would be better. It wouldn't be. But your person doesn't care. They feel trapped. They feel like they don't have a life of their own. They're with someone that's very jealous and possessive. So they'll look for you in every single person that they meet because that's what a soulmate twin flame relationship is. It's such a deep soul relationship, and your person tried to undermine it. Your person tried to ignore it. Your person thought that it would just go away, and it also triggered them to be like, I'm not good enough. I'm not good enough. So in that, they didn't do anything, and that's really how they betrayed you, and they are really living from their consequences. So you'll have to let me know, Taurus, whether or not you resonated with this. And if it did, give me a like, comment the word Master Healer in your comment bar, and definitely subscribe to the channel. And let me know whether or not you resonated and how you resonated. Tell me about your story. All right, I'll talk to you all soon. Bye.